I am going to talk to you about mental health. This organization, it needs soldiers that are well resilient. Are we together?
Yes.
So like Mem said and somebody said that resilience is the ability to bounce back. Life is not bed of roses. Life is not a walk in a park. We constantly go through difficult situations, but we need to be well resilient mentally. We must have the ability to adapt when we are faced with adversity, trauma, or any difficulty or anything that causes stress in our lives. You cannot be a good husband when you are not mentally resilient. Are we together?
Yes.
You cannot be a good wife if you are not mentally resilient. You cannot be a good boyfriend, I can imagine.
Good morning.
Morning.
I am Major General Titui Edwin Browse, the Deputy Chief of Logistics. Today we gather here to commemorate one of the most important days in the history of our country, South Africa, being the Youth Day, which is observed every year on June 16th. It is also declared a public holiday, but it is not just an ordinary public holiday. It is a living reminder of the courage, the pain, and the incredible sacrifice made by thousands of young people in 1976 during Soweto uprising. Nearly 5 decades ago, young students in Soweto stood up against an unjust education system that sought to suppress them by imposing Afrikaans as a medium of instruction at their schools. With little more than school uniforms and written placards, they marched for dignity, for equality, and for the right to learn in their own language. Many were wounded, some were forced into exile, and some were killed. One of them was Hector Peterson. I hope we all know. A 13-year-old boy whose image became the face of revolution. We honor their memories today, not with silence, but with action. Hence today's event, which is a Block Division Youth Day celebration. Let us remember that youth of 1976 walked so that we can run. Now it is our turn to run towards progress and to run towards future that is truly free and fair for every member of our division. The youth of 1976 were politically influenced to fight for freedom. Today's youth in the military must not necessarily be politically focused, but focus on the development of our defense force, which is an anti-political organization. As the career manager in my previous appointment as GOC Army Support Formation, I was always pleased during staffing period when I realized that the previous forces being SADF, MK, APLA, TBVC and the rest are squeezed out and be replaced by the SANDF, which is none. In the staffing language, you call them none. When there's a previous force, MK, previous force, none. And this none is almost 80% now. That simply means that you cannot lean necessarily on the history, but history can just be a foundation. Then we are moving forward as the youth of today. This is an indication that we are almost there where the 1976 students envisaged. In conclusion, I would like to wish you a happy Youth Day celebration. May we honor the past by building a better tomorrow together as a division. I thank you, Nolibua.